Hey, good morning. It's Dave Lockwood with Demolition, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about our journey into these new marketplaces. A lot of exciting stuff going on for me right now. We have I have a new person working with me. Her name's Christabel, and basically, she seems like she knows what she's doing. She's got a marketing background, and she was able to kind of plug in and get some stuff put on yesterday in a pretty rapid manner. And she seems to know a little bit about the marketing world, which is really cool. The amount of stuff that I have to do every day is significant, and getting help is a big deal. So I have just got a new guy, Vlad. Vlad's been working on my SEO stuff for the website. She has been, this is just today will be her second day, but she seems like she's got a lot of knowledge in this stuff. I've asked her a million questions. She seems to know, so I'm pretty excited about this. I spent some time yesterday. I read through, got the final draft. I know I've said the final draft before, but I got the final draft of the junk removal book. I went back through it again. Pretty excited about that. It's done. She asked me for a bunch of stuff, some pictures and stuff like that. I'm gonna put them together and send them to her in a minute, and then get her paid, and then I'm gonna get her started on my third book. I'm basically gonna I'm gonna speak the whole book into, I'm gonna write out an outline, speak the whole book into a video, give that to her, and then between her and I will write the book. So it's I don't know, it's pretty exciting. I had lunch with breakfast with Logan yesterday, and we were talking about all the different things we're going to do. One of the things we're going to do is you want to hear something kind of humorous. This is not humorous, but it's humorous. So I'm driving my $100,000 fancy Jeep through the water after these hurricanes. And you know, the reality of it is if you live up north and there's salt in the roads, and it's no different than that. You know, all this stuff's sealed up. That's my opinion. Well, and I may be right, but here's what happened. So I'm driving down the road, and the overheat light goes off on this thing, and it's only got 10,000 miles on it. And I'm like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. So I'm running late. I've got this doctor's appointment I really need to get to. I've been dealing with this infection on my hand for a few months. And I go, so I call up Logan and say, hey, can you get somebody to bring me a truck? And he, sure, no problem, where you at? And I told him where he's at. And then I said, look, I'm going to limp this thing up and put it in a shopping center, and I'll have, you know, the towing company that we always use, I'll have them come get it and take it down to Jeep. So by the time I got that Jeep up the road, I let it cool off, and then I drove it a little bit, and I let it cool off, and then I drove it a little bit. And by the time I got it up to that shopping center, it wouldn't start back up. Okay, and not only would it not start back up, it seemed like it was locked up. So so at any rate, they picked it up, they took it to Jeep. The guy calls me and says, look, we haven't gotten inside of your motor yet. However, we think that the motor's locked up. I'm like, oh God, great. So what's the first thing I want to know? Are they going to cover it? He said, yeah, he says, we understand that you got to get it out of the road, and that's part of it. And yes, you're going to be covered, and you need a rental car and all this stuff. And I said, no, blah, 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 blah. So, so it took them 2 weeks to be able to get into it, because we're in season down here in Florida, and there's so many people here, and these companies are just not set up for the volume. Half the year they don't have nothing to do, and the other half of the year they can't keep up. So it's kind of a fun little cycle that we go through down here. So he finally gets into it, and he says, you know what? What we believed was that the water pump went out and it blew the motor up. I'm like, okay. She says, but now that we gotten into it, We don't think the motor's blown up. What we think happened is your starter locked up and got jammed up against the flywheel and wouldn't let us turn the motor. He says, so the motor's turning. Okay, now we haven't started it back up because we got the water pumps off of it. I'm like, okay. He says, I've ordered a starter. So at any rate, cool. Now, could the salt water have messed with that starter? I would say probably there's a good possibility of yes. So anyway, Logan's idea is he's going to buy and modify a Hummer, and we're going to use that whenever we have these storms to run through the storm water and that. So that's pretty cool. I think I like the fact that he's getting more into this. He's been kind of staying off to the sidelines, just not sure what to think about this whole online stuff that we're doing. So we are doing business in Sarasota. We got a pretty good sized contract up there right now. We got a $100,000 job up there. And a lot of the things that we are doing is working. I tore down a house the other day, and that lady came from YouTube, which is really cool. So a lot of the stuff, we've been priming the pump for a while. It's a big prime because it's taken over a year. And we're just now starting to be able to monetize this. So the book's almost done. The Junk Removal Mastery course is probably 50% done. The move into Sarasota is well underway. We got a lot of the stuff that's rocking and rolling. I'm really excited about this whole thing. I love my little screen behind me. That's kind of cool. I think it makes us look a little more professional, and I can change the screen around as I see necessary. Basically, what that is a gigantic computer screen, which is kind of cool. So let's see. So yesterday, I get an alert from SEMrush, and a whole bunch of our keywords. They're all long tail keywords dropped significantly. Most of them dropped like 99 positions. Now, there's only one of them in there that's anything that's a significant keyword for us, in my opinion, but a bunch of stuff dropped. And I'm like, I don't understand that. So we're so new to the SEO game, I don't really understand what happened there, and I'm going to look into that. So Vlad's working on that. What we're starting to do now is we're putting out every day. I put out 6 shorts to promote our content. What's going to happen as of maybe even today, could take us to next week to get it done. What's going to happen is we're going to put out 6 videos to 7 platforms. That's what I've done a bunch of that, and when we're doing that, the amount of interaction that we get is significant. So we're going to start all over from ground zero today. I may even restart some of these programs. I'm going to look in and see how much of this. Over the years, I have like 4 Instagram accounts. Now, I'm really not used Instagram very much at all. I haven't been tracking the comments from these other platforms very consistently. I'm going to set that up today. I'm going to do that through, I have a subscription to High Level. And in High Level, I can put all my social media into one spot, and it will send me a report. I can look at a report at any given time, and it'll be all the comments. And I'm pretty sure I can comment back from those things, so that'll make us more efficient. There's a lot of things that are out there. This Opus Clips thing is really cool. I understand that High Level does the same thing. I haven't been able to find that part. And what I mean by that is the AI takes your videos apart, and it's gives them a beginning and an end, a thought, a mindset or whatever. And then what happens is you put a description and a title to that, and you use that as a short. Well, when you hit the one button, you can schedule it out for, say, next Tuesday at 9 o'clock. You can schedule it out, and it will blast out all those things to all those different, all your different platforms, subject to the rules that those platforms have. and it's not perfect. It's definitely not. The descriptions and the titles that the AI comes up with are really, in my opinion, are just suggestions. I don't think they're very good most of the time. And we've had some really good videos come out of there, some really good shorts come out of all this. We've had a lot of success with that as well, and it really has made a big boost in our channel. So now we're just being consistent. We're not getting the viewership that I thought we would get off of each one of these videos. I thought it would be more by now. We're at 40,000 views per, I'm sorry, 40,000 subscribers, which, you know, listening to Gary Vee and listening to some of the other people that I've been listening to, Brendan Kane, who's this guy who teaches you how to go viral. So listening to all of them, a lot of the things that have been very, very important in the past are changing with the social platforms. The opportunities that we have as advertisers on these platforms is off the chart. There is such a huge opportunity. The fact that you can advertise for free, where to get the kind of reach that you get off of a YouTube channel, you would have spent $100,000 and had a commercial that played the same exact commercial that would have, and you had no idea whether it was working or not, other than what business you picked up at your business. But and you don't really know. Let's say you were running 5 different types of commercials. You really didn't know which one was working. You just had to guess. The nice thing about the internet is you can measure lots of things a lot better. Now, that's the next thing that we're going to be working on, is learning how to measure everything that we're doing at a better level. We got to get started doing them. A lot of the stuff that I've been working on to get to today, we are starting to pull the trigger just right now. So this is about to get very exciting. Getting very exciting in the sense that, you know, we'll probably have spent somewhere in our neighborhood of 300 grand to get to the point where we're at. And now we're, you know, like I said before, we're priming the pump. Now we're going to get to the point where we can start making money doing this stuff. So that's terribly exciting to me. And so it's the Remove It Pros Junk Removal Mastery course is the first course we're coming out with. And basically, from my standpoint, this is us practicing, learning how to do this stuff, getting a funnel set up, getting a delivery system put together so that we can deliver the videos and collect the money and stuff like that. And, you know, and then promoting them and trying to promote them and not spend a boatload of money doing that, so that we're making money on everything that we do. So that's pretty much, you know, this is a big endeavor, and we're starting to get to the point where we can actually pull the trigger and start playing the ball game. It's kind of like we're learning how to play baseball, and now we're finally going to play our first game. So that's kind of the best analogy I can come up with. So this is Remove It Pros Demolition. This is me being very excited, and I will see you on the next video.